The phone buzzed on the kitchen counter, its glow slicing through the dimness of our apartment. I froze mid-sip, the coffee scalding my tongue as my eyes landed on the message. At my ex's house, his dad passed. Don't be jealous. My chest lurched, a sick twist that sent the mug slipping from my hand. It shattered against the tiles, shards skittering across the floor, but I barely noticed. The words burned into me, each one piercing the fragile trust I'd pieced together over the years with Leia. Don't be jealous. The phrase sat heavy like a dare, like she knew it would unravel me. I just stood there, staring at the screen, the sharp smell of spilled coffee thick in the air, my panic clawing higher with every breath. Leia had been drifting for weeks. Little things at first, a missed call here, a vague excuse there, a scarf that smelled faintly of her perfume but wasn't one I recognized. I brushed it aside, told myself it was nothing. Stress from work, maybe, or her mother's illness weighing on her. But this text, so casual, so brazen, cut through every excuse like a knife through fabric. Why was she there? Why now? And why would she even think I'd be jealous unless there was something to hide? The silence of the apartment pressing on me, broken only by the low hum of the fridge. I paced the floor, my socks catching on the worn wood as my mind spun through every odd moment of the past month. The late-night errands. The phone flipped face down. The way her laughter had started a sound stage, like she was playing a part for me. I wanted to call her, to demand the truth. But my fingers hovered over the screen, trembling. What if she lied? What if she didn't? I couldn't decide which possibility terrified me more. Grabbing my jacket and keys, I left. The leather groaned as I pulled it on. The drive blurred. Traffic lights bleeding red against the rain-slicked streets, neon signs smearing in the windshield. My wipers shrieked with every pass. My pulse pounded a steady war drum in my ears. I didn't know what I'd do when I got there. I just knew I couldn't sit in that apartment, choking on doubt. Marcus, her ex, lived in a sagging duplex on the edge of town. I'd only been there once, years ago, when she picked up some old books. He'd been polite enough, but cold, his eyes lingering on her a second too long. I hated him then, not for what he said, but for what they'd once had, a history I'd never touch. Now, as I pulled up, the house looked even darker than I remembered. The front door hung ajar, like it was waiting for trouble. I gripped the wheel, knuckles white, rain drumming on the roof as I tried to make sense of it. She had told me last week, offhand, that Marcus's father had died. Her voice flat, emotionless. But why go to him? Why alone? My mind filled in the blanks with images I didn't want to see. Her leaning close, her hand on his arm, a closeness that belonged to another life. I shook my head to drive the thoughts away, but they clung like wet leaves. I thumbed out a text, "You okay? Need me to come get you?" Hesitated. Sent it. No reply. The silence was worse than any lie. I stepped into the rain. Cold seeped through my jacket as I crossed the street. The porch sagged under my weight, the door giving way with a groan when I pushed. Inside smelled of stale smoke and something sweeter. Vanilla, her perfume. My stomach knotted. I followed faint voices down a narrow hall, shoes leaving damp prints on the carpet. The kitchen light glowed yellow, shadows moving against the walls. Leia sat hunched at the table, hands around a mug, shoulders small and drawn. Marcus leaned against the counter, arms folded, expression tight. They hadn't seen me yet, and for a moment, I was just an intruder watching something I shouldn't. "I didn't mean for this," Leia whispered, her voice raw, cracking. "I thought I could handle it, but being here, it's too much." Marcus shifted, jaw clenched. "You don't owe him an explanation. You don't owe him anything." I slid down my spine. I stepped forward, the floorboard creaking under my weight. Leia's head snapped up, her eyes widened, glassy with tears. "Jake!" she gasped, the mug slipping from her hands and clattering to the table. "What are you doing here? What am I doing here?" My voice broke sharp, all the anger I'd been swallowing spilling out. "You're the one at your ex's house in the middle of the night, texting me not to be jealous. What the hell is going on, Leia?" Her face crumpled, a hand flying to her mouth to catch a sob. Marcus straightened, his stare narrowing. "It's not what you think," he said, but his tone was flat, rehearsed. "Don't." I snapped, pointing at him. "Don't treat me like I'm stupid." I turned back to her, chest tight. "Tell me the truth. Now." Her head shook, tears streaking her face. "Jake, I wasn't." The words collapsed into a sob. "I came to check on him. His dad died. I thought I could help." "Help?" I let out a bitter laugh. "You think I'll believe that? You've been pulling away for weeks. The late nights. The secrets. The way you look at me like I'm a stranger. And now this." I gestured to the kitchen, to Marcus, to the scene itself. "What the hell am I supposed to think?" She pushed to her feet, the chair scraping against the floor. "I'm not cheating," she said, her voice trembling but defiant. "I swear, Jake. I felt guilty. We talked, and it brought back memories. But I didn't. Memories." The word punched through me. "What kind of memories, Leia? The kind where you forget you're with me?" Her eyes flicked to Marcus, then back to me. That glance was enough. The truth she couldn't say hung there, alive and undeniable. My knees weakened, and I gripped the doorframe to steady myself. The room tilted, edges blurring. "Jake, please," she whispered, stepping closer. "I love you. I messed up. I shouldn't have come. I should have told you. But I didn't do anything with him. I swear." I wanted to believe her. God, I did. But doubt was poison, seeping into every corner of us. I looked at Marcus, his silence louder than words. And then I saw it, a necklace on the table. Silver chain, small heart pendant. I'd never seen her wear it. "Not mine. Not ours." I said, my voice barely audible. "You kept his necklace? After all this time?" Leia's face drained of color. "Jake, it's not. Don't lie to me anymore." I cut in, my voice cracking. I turned and walked out. Rain swallowed me whole. Her sobs chased after me. But I didn't look back. The truth was a blade, and it already cut too deep,